You've just finished installing ARK, you've loaded up your first world, and you're ready to play, but what on earth are you supposed to do? Well, like every other survival game on the planet, the first thing you will ever do is punch a tree. So we punch a few trees, we get some wood and get some thatch. This does hurt a little bit, so don't punch too many. Next, we can harvest berries and fiber from bushes, as well as rocks from the ground, using the associated key depending on what platform you're playing on. Now that we have our first few resources, we can craft our first tool. We've made a pickaxe. Now we can use that to continue gathering a few more resources until eventually we level up. This is the first of many levels we will gain, and as you can see, we have a few options as to where we want to put this level. Where you put this level doesn't really matter at the beginning because most of these stats will be getting multiple levels anyways. Just be sure to avoid leveling up food or water because honestly, these are a bit of a waste. Even melee damage is a bit on the lower end in regards to importance. Unless your name is Slappy McGee and that's where you put every level. Once we have chosen where to put our level, we get taken to the engram page. This is the page where you will learn everything you will ever need throughout the game. You get more engram points every single time you level up. With our first level, we only get access to 3 new engrams. The hatchet is a must grab, and then you can pick between the spear and the campfire for the second. To craft the hatchet, we need a new resource, flint. To get flint, simply find a bigger rock and hit it with your pickaxe. Using the pickaxe or hatchet will change what resource you are getting more of depending on what you are harvesting. For example, a pickaxe will give you more flint, thatch, or meat from a corpse, where a hatchet will give you more stone, wood, or hide from a corpse. So we're continuing to level up and gather more resources and kind of explore the area. By now we've reached level 10 and can look at some of the new engrams we have access to. One that sticks out in particular is the bola. Bolas are your best friend, especially when starting out fresh on a new map. They can save you from many early game threats. Raptors, dilos, terror birds, even direwolves can be stopped with a simple bola. Another 2 engrams that stand out would be the club and the slingshot. These can be used to tame dinos. There are 2 general ways to tame dinos, passive tames and knockout tames. In order to tame a passively tamed dino, you put their preferred food in the last item slot in your hotbar. Then, go up to the dino and push the designated key to feed it. Repeat until the dino is tamed, and you'll have your passive tamed dino. To tame a knockout tamed dino, you simply have to apply torpor to the dino. Clubs or slingshots both apply torpor without doing much damage. Then, when the dino has taken enough torpor damage, it will pass out and you can proceed with taming it. To do this, put the food they like into their inventory and they will automatically eat it every time their food stat has dropped by the required amount. In most cases, that amount is 50. Just be sure to keep an eye on their unconscious meter, because if they wake up, you will have to knock them out all over again and restart the whole process. Luckily, ARK has a very nice user interface, and you can track dinos that you or your tribe have knocked out even from the other side of the map. On the story ARKs, you will also be able to find these explorer notes around the map. These notes each give a piece of the story on that map, and also an XP buff for 10 minutes. They do stack if you find multiple. You'll find these beacons of light around the map that drop with capsules containing things that may be useful to you. There's white, green, blue, purple, yellow, and red drops. Different colored drops contain different types of items, with purple, yellow, and red holding the more late game items and white, green, and blue holding more of the early game stuff. Each drop also has a variation of itself with a ring. The drops with rings will hold higher quality items than its non-ringed counterpart. It's definitely worth looking at all of these drops, because you might miss out on something that you wouldn't be able to find in, say, a yellow or red drop by not looking at a blue or green one. So we've continued to get levels, we've tamed some creatures, we might even have a thatch or wooden base set up already. Now we have learned the smithy, the refining forge, and metal tools. These metal tools and smithy can be crafted using metal ingots. To get metal ingots, we need to use a refining forge. So we make a few forges and put them down, now we need to find metal to put into them. While almost every rock can give metal if you're using a pickaxe, rocks that contain gold will give you more metal than normal rocks, and pure gold rocks will give you the most. So we've gotten some metal, put it in our forges, and now we need wood or spark powder to use as fuel. We light the forges, and over time we will get metal ingots from the metal at a rate of 2 metal to 1 ingot. Once we have a few ingots, we can make the smithy and figure out how to craft our metal tools. 2 levels later, we can get the parachute. I try to always have at least 3 parachutes on me at all times. I put them in my last item slot, which is bound to one of my mouse buttons that is essentially my panic button. If I'm ever falling or being chased by something that will kill me, parachutes have saved me time and time again. So that's kind of the nice beginner stuff for ARK. I don't want to tell you everything because discovering is a huge part of the great adventure that playing ARK is. It's fun to dive into a freshly found cave for the first time, not knowing what waits inside. It's fun to dive into the scary depths of the ocean, discovering that there's even more below than you could have imagined. And there's always more to learn. I have so many other ARK tutorials on my channel, so if you ever want to learn anything new, feel free to check a few of them out. For example, I have what I think are the best settings to play with if you're playing by yourself or with a few friends. Just check it out in the description below. I'll see you in the next one. Deuces. Have you ever contemplated world annihilation? Then you should go follow me on Twitch. We have an awesome community that we always invite to play all different kinds of games with us. Okay, good thing I'm a pro. That explains so much. Okay, the only people who watch me are people who are dropped as children. Whether you like Minecraft, ARK, Dead by Daylight, GTA, or Rocket League, we play all different kinds of games, and we always have a great time.
There's nuts.
So feel free to tune into a stream over on Twitch. I could even be live right now. Or join the Discord linked in the description. I want to meet some cool new people and make some new friends. I'll see you there, gamer.
No way, bro.